Welcome to this Perceptive Readers Podcast. Hi, I'm James Lynch. Welcome, Perceptive Readers. This is James. I would like to talk to you today about interactions with people who, you deal with, how you get along with them or how you may not get along with them. And to make a concluding statement that is based in experience and principles. You see, from what I found out in life in general, is that when people want to resolve, a difficulty or what have you, it's mostly because of the amount of love and respect or dignity that they have for one another. And sometimes, even if two people have respect and love for one another, if one is more prone to listen to others, opinions about maybe the person that they're having interaction with, and listen to those persons that actually, if you observe some of the techniques and things that they use and how they treat people in life, which will show that I shouldn't listen to this person on how to deal with this matter, then it's going to be problems at times. And the reason why I'm sharing it with you is because, have you ever had persons who think you were upset with them and you weren't even upset with them? As the advice mostly goes, hey, if you got a question or a thought or what have you, you ask it. And really, should that be influenced by anybody else to say, don't ask or talk to the person? And that's part of the problem with the society today and the way things are work at times. They try to make everything go according to like maybe the internet and maybe memes and stuff like that, which all is good and fun and has its purpose. But do you remember me always saying that, if something is really that important or that serious, then you dignify it by really talking with the person and even using two forms of verification. One can be verbally and the other one can be in writing, but you make sure that you have those forms of communication. And there are some persons that they're not going to do it any other way. Because see, even in principle, they shouldn't take, something this serious or take every word without a contract, so to speak, or the means to really get the ball rolling. All right. So with that, some persons don't do that. And the next thing you know, they, according to maybe their belief system, want you to do certain things in a certain way. And you already know that the way that you actually do things, would stand up in court. As, okay, this is how you verify. Okay, you got the contract this way or that way. There are times just a simple wave of the hand or even a handshake or something that just doesn't do it, And so I just wanted to give you perceptive readers the encouragement and motivation to keep striving, from this point forward, to carry out your matters professional in that way. Two forms of verification is great. If anyone else tell you otherwise, ask them why they're telling you. And at the same time, I can tell you or ask you, well, by doing it in the other way, does it leave room for, again, ambiguity? Does it leave room for denial? Does it leave room for shortchanging something? These are the things that you have to consider you see, in your professional practices. And you can always resolve, you see, get to the bottom of everything is if you start with the foundation of, okay, yeah, we were joking or whatever at this time or what have you, but now, no, this is what I really want to do in this way, and be clear what you want to do in the contract. Remember, I already told you, you can change things, you can adjust sentences or what have you, and the other person can either take it or leave it. Because sometimes, once again, what the contract really does is it make it clear what you're actually offering as a resource or requesting as a resource. And if you don't get that, and see, this is what has happened with persons sometimes. Remember when I said, have you ever not even been upset with somebody or what have you, and they thinking you upset with them and you're not even thinking about it, and then you later find out, because here it is, you know that you were on good terms, but then when they wanted to take something to a more, I guess you could say, heavier level, in a totally different direction from what you were planning on doing things. See, if that's not talked out, if that's not getting the verification and the contracts in that way, then hey, you're not on the same page. And so once again, as I said before, if something is that important, then you dignify it by actually dignifying the verification methods with the way that the person requests it. And does it really matter if someone else is saying that person is not worth your time, this or that? Well, apparently, if what you're needing from them is that important, then they're worth something, you see. So thank you for being here on this Perceptive Readers. And I just wanted to re-emphasize good professional practices, 2 forms of verification. There's nothing wrong with initiating matters, you see, if this something is that important to you. And at the very least, again, no adverse actions of anything should ever be taken against a person if you have not directly verbalized it or written it or what have you as to why you're doing what you're doing. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.